Welcome to the all-new animated series, Adventures in Plasticland, where we reimagine classic stories with real-life toys in a plastic, fantastic world of fun. Our first chapter is called Sheriff Lego Dusty, Showdown at Plastic Gulch is Great Gold Rush. Let's play. 1. Our hero. Sheriff Dusty is a 3D rendered Lego minifigure with a glossy yellow plastic head-brown plastic cowboy hat with leather texture printing, tan plastic sheriff vest torso with a silver plastic badge, and brown plastic leather holster, printing blue plastic denim legs with brown plastic chaps overlay pieces and an authentic silver plastic six-shooter revolver with a brown plastic grip handle. The year is 1869, and the town of Plastic Gulch is a bustling gold rush town made entirely of brown plastic wooden building facades with weathered printing, gray plastic stone foundation elements, red plastic clay roof slope pieces, brown plastic wooden sidewalk plank tiles, and a tan plastic dirt road base plate with realistic dust texture effects. There's the legendary brick saloon with its swinging door elements, the general store with transparent plastic window displays, and the most important building in town, the bank constructed from gray plastic brick elements with a silver plastic vault door and combination lock wheel. The townspeople have just finished unloading their most valuable asset, several bars of gold, which they intend to ship out. But they've forgotten one crucial detail. They're in the middle of a gold rush, and that means there are thousands of fortune hunters and land grabbers eager to profit from the riches of the West. And one notorious gang of outlaws, led by the fearsome Black Hat Pete, who just happens to be walking down the middle of Plastic Gulch's main street. Black Hat. Pete is a Lego minifigure with a black plastic cowboy hat, black plastic bandit mask, dark gray plastic outlaw coat with a bullet belt printing, and a silver plastic rifle accessory with a brown plastic wooden stock. He and his gang of six-shooters are here to strong-arm the townsfolk into giving them the location of their gold reserves, which just so happens to be stored in the back of the bank in a gray plastic safe. But before they can rob the town, they need to make sure nobody's around to stop them. So Black Hat Pete and his goons stash some red plastic dynamite stick elements with tan plastic fuse pieces in the open window of the general store and set a sizable chunk of Plastic Gulch's main street to blow. Good thing Sheriff Dusty was right across the way and saw the whole thing. And now our hero has to use all his skills and wits to protect the three most important locations in town: the bank with its silver plastic security bars, the saloon where the townspeople are hiding behind the brown plastic bar counter, and the train station with its black plastic locomotive and brown plastic cargo cars, all while fending off Black Hat Pete and his goons on horseback. This is going to take 3 showdowns. First up, high noon in the dusty main street. Can Sheriff Lego Dusty draw his silver revolver fast enough to stop Black Hat Pete from drawing his gun and starting a shootout? Exactly like this. With the precise plastic quick-draw timing of a seasoned gunslinger, Dusty draws his six-shooter, fires and spins the cylinder, revealing its authentic rotating mechanism. Then, with the cover of the dynamite explosion momentarily distracting Pete and his goons, Dusty makes it to the safety of the saloon and reunites with the grateful townspeople. But with the gang alerted to the fact that someone is protecting the town, they try to make their escape on horseback. So Dusty, saddle up for a Wild West horseback chase through the rugged desert terrain. Can Sheriff Lego Dusty catch Black Hat Pete and his gang before they reach the river crossing? They better hurry, because if the outlaws cross the river, they'll have an easy escape across the bridge and out of town. But Dusty's horse is faster than any outlaw mount. He quickly closes the distance and prepares for a showdown on the outskirts of town. Can Sheriff Lego Dusty fight off the entire gang single-handedly? Of course he can, because when you spin the cylinder of his six-shooter, you also activate its firing mechanism. Now the only thing left to do is prevent the outlaws from robbing the train. But can Sheriff Lego Dusty fight off the outlaws and stop them from escaping on the back of the locomotive? The only thing standing between the outlaws and the cargo cars is a cow catcher, a massive front plow used to clear obstacles from the tracks. But Black Hat Pete isn't deterred. He and his men engage the sheriff in a running gun battle as the train barrels down the tracks. Will the weight of the cargo cars on the bridge cause it to collapse and send the outlaws tumbling into the river below? No, because the bridge is designed to withstand even the heaviest loads. But will it withstand the force of several explosions? Yep, that's right. All the dynamite from the earlier jailhouse scene has been loaded into the floorboards of the leading cargo car, and the outlaws are planning to blow up the train once they reach the river. But the heroic sheriff has other plans. He fights his way to the front of the train, jumps onto the cowcatcher, and with the help of a few well-aimed blasts from his six-shooter, manages to knock the detonator clean out of the air. Turns out Black Hat Pete wasn't actually trying to steal the gold at all. He was returning it to the rightful owners, the displaced Native American Lego tribe who originally owned the land before the gold rush. And as a sign of goodwill, he presents Sheriff Dusty with a traditional tan plastic teepee structure and several colorful plastic feather accessories. To commemorate the occasion, Sheriff Dusty signs an official white plastic treaty document establishing peace between the two groups and returns the favor by gifting Black Hat Pete with a silver plastic ceremonial peace pipe. With the threat of violence averted, Plastic Gulch is free to become the model community its founder envisioned, complete with a thriving population of happy Lego minifigures of all backgrounds working together in harmony. And being a true hero, Sheriff Dusty establishes a regional peacekeeping force with deputies from every walk of life, wearing their very own silver plastic badge accessories and riding their own differently colored plastic horses. Plastic Gulch went on to become one of the most prosperous trading centers in the region, complete with expanded brown plastic buildings, colorful plastic market stalls, and a railroad depot with regular black plastic train service. As the sun sets over the frontier town, casting warm orange plastic lighting effects over the brown plastic buildings and long shadows over the land, we can't help but feel a sense of peace and optimism for the future of Plastic Gulch. That concludes our first ever adventure in Plastic Land. I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed making it. If you want to see more adventures in Plastic Land, please subscribe and leave us some comments. What should our heroes do next? How should they get out of this one? You decide. Until next time, stay creative.